Hello everybody, I am so sorry that I've been away for a whole week. I was on spring break and I went to a concert, and that video will be coming out by the end of this week talking about my concert experience and everything, but I don't have time to talk about that right now because I need to rant real quick about something that happened to one of my very close friends who I met because of Ariana Grande. So she goes to a private school and it's very conservative, and so she had taken a bunch of snaps because she was in the front row for the Ariana Grande concert that we were at. And she took some Snapchat videos of Ari, obviously, and especially of the Feminist Interlude that Ari plays between songs while she's changing and stuff. And this Feminist Interlude is super empowering and everything, and I will probably insert the clips of it that I have after this. This Feminist Interlude is all about being able to be an empowered woman, being independent, being strong, being sexy if you want to be sexy. And no matter what, that doesn't mean that you're asking for it. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, just because of what you're wearing or how you're portraying yourself, that doesn't mean that you're asking for it, okay? And so that's the whole point of this visual, is to prove that it is okay to be a sexy, sensual, fierce woman. You can be a strong, independent woman if you want to be a strong, independent woman, okay? But a lot of people are complaining at my friend's school, and this guy came up to her and told her that he didn't appreciate the content she put on her Snapchat story because there was pictures of Little Mix with some sexy clothing on, and then the visual they especially did not like because they thought that it was wrong. And he started shaming my friend because she believed in supporting the feminist movement and because she believes that it's okay to be a sexy woman. And he was basically slut-shaming Ariana Grande just because of the visual that he saw on my friend's Snapchat story. And it just sickens me so much to hear all these stories of these people, especially men, making these comments saying, oh, she's a slut because she's this, oh, because she was wearing that, she was asking for it, because she was portraying herself as a sexual female, she was asking for it. What? Are you fucking stupid? No matter what you wear, no matter how you act, no matter what you do, you are never asking for it. Consent is always the most important thing. We live in a society full of rape culture. Why? Because we have so many people who want to say that the victim was asking for it because she was a sensual, sexual female. Not saying that males don't ever get raped, but right now we're talking about the issue of females. And I am just so appalled to hear the way that my friend was treated by so many people just because she shared some videos of Ariana Grande wanting to be sexy. And they were so offended by that. They were so offended that they had to go out of their way to shame her and tell her that they didn't appreciate that and she shouldn't have posted that. And then he continued by looking at my friend and saying to her, I love you, and she ignored him, and he looked at her and said, you know, when somebody says I love you, you're supposed to say it back. Like, as if just because she is a woman, or because of how our society is, that if somebody says something nice to you, you're expected to automatically be okay with it. But the 3 words, I love you, what? You don't just look at somebody and say that without meaning it. And just because somebody says that to you, that doesn't mean that you have to accept it. That doesn't mean that you have to take that compliment when it's such a... That's not a compliment that you give to somebody, especially when you're rude to them and you're an asshole. You don't... But seriously, you don't just have to say I love you back and just do what you're told and just follow what society says. No. It is our job to live for ourselves and do what makes us happy. So, if a woman wants to wear a tight skirt with a crop top and wear lots of makeup because that makes her feel confident, then let her. Because there is nothing wrong with being sexual and confident. And on another note, there are a lot of things that are considered sexual that shouldn't be. Just because your pants are tight shouldn't mean that you're instantly a promiscuous being who's asking for it. That has no bearing on who you are as a person. You can be the most conservative woman out there, but maybe you like to wear some clothes that show off your body a little bit because you're confident and it makes you feel good. There's nothing wrong with that because you are an independent, strong, fierce female. You are sensual, you are sexual, you are whatever you want to be. And so don't ever let somebody tell you that you should be ashamed of the way that you're acting, or that you should be ashamed for supporting somebody who's confident with their body and wants to show off their hard work that they've put into their body, or just show off that they're happy with who they are. Stop putting women down just because they want to do what they want with their body. No man can tell a woman how to show off their body. If a woman wants to wear a turtleneck and a skirt clear to the floor, then that's okay. If a woman wants to wear some skimpy clothing, then that's okay. Because we are all humans and we all live for ourselves. We live to do what makes us happy. And the fact that women are put down so much for the way that they dress, but a man can do whatever he wants and he won't get judged, you know it's true. In schools, women cannot even show their shoulders. But I've seen men get by with wearing muscle shirts and stuff that has the shoulder showing a little bit. Sure, it's not a spaghetti strap, but I've seen them get away with showing their shoulders. Since when were shoulders sexual? Since when were shoulders so provocative and distracting? I'm sorry, but if your young boys, or girls even, are being distracted by shoulders, you raise them wrong. Because people should be allowed to show off their body the way that they see fit. And that is not for you to judge. Never is it for you to judge. Because, like I said, we are humans. And we have to do what is going to make us feel happy and confident. And if it's by being a sexy person or being a sexy woman, then let people do that. Because that's not for you to decide is wrong. That's not for you to decide they are asking for it. So what I have to say to this young man who was telling my friend that she should be ashamed for supporting this, and he did not appreciate that she posted this video on her Snapchat story, I have a couple things to say to you. You'll probably never see this. But still, for you and people like you, you have no right to say that just because you don't approve of it, the rest of the world shouldn't. Because you can have a varying view, but just know that either way, that visual was about being a strong, independent woman and being able to be sexy if you want to be, and knowing that no matter what, you are not asking for it. You, my sir, are what is wrong in this country. You are the reason we have to have feminism. I know that some people don't believe in the feminist movement. They don't think that it's actually fighting for equality. But let me tell you, it is. People want to complain and say that women and men are already equal. They're not. Women still get paid less in certain jobs, and women are still being discriminated against just because of what the clothes they had on were. Women are still being treated as objects. We are not treating our women as individuals. We are not treating them as human beings. We are treating them as objects. We are making them think that if they want to be sexual, they instantly became a sex toy or some type of eye candy for a man. That's not true. Stop telling women that just because they want to be sexy, they are asking for it. I don't know how many times I can say it, but no matter what, it is not for you to judge a woman based off of what she wants to wear. And I think that it's really sad that we have so many places that are so conservative that they cannot even look at a strong, independent, sexual woman without being offended. So, if you liked this video and you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, because why not? Shameless plug. Bye.